Welcome, friend. It's Clarke of Earthkeeper Yoga, and I'm here once again in my studio here in Birmingham, Alabama, and I welcome you to a gentle yoga practice. For today's class, I invite you to have a couple of blocks available, as well as your trusty blanket, beach towel, small pillow, our usual things. So grab what you need, and I'll meet you right here on the mat. All right, sweet friend, as we get started today, I want to let you know that I have designed this class around the idea of being an expert. It seems as if right now everybody has an expert opinion on the right way and the wrong way to handle what is going on with COVID, both in our schools and our places of employment. Everybody has an opinion, and I think it's very important that we listen to the experts. And so I'd like to ask you, what are you an expert in? So every day there are 1,440 minutes. To get to a level of being an expert at something, a phenom at something, it is over 10,000 hours. So what is it that you have over 10,000 hours of expert practice at? For most of us, it's our negative minds. They fill our thoughts. Somewhere between 80 and 90% of all the thoughts that we feed ourselves are negative. That's a lot of minutes. That's a lot of hours. Let's not become phenoms at being negative towards ourselves or one another. We're in this to practice kindness and love for ourselves and let that spread out. So today's class is a practice. Let's gain some more hours moving in the right direction. As we get started, we're gonna sit right here in this comfortable seat. So I invite you to bring that tailbone right off the front of your blanket. Let the cushy part of your tush sit on the blanket, but the bony part of your bottom sit right on the mat. Lengthening through the spine, reaching through the crown of the head, and then let the eyes close. Give yourself a cleansing breath in through the nose, sigh it out through the mouth. Beautiful. Continue to let that breath move in and out of your body through your nose. Allowing yourself to maintain that integrity through your spine. And practicing here, softening through the brow and the jaw, through the hips and the thighs. And practice softening. And practice bringing your awareness back to the breath as the mind begins to wander and weave itself into various stories. Just come back to the breath. And practice letting the breath deepen, taking deeper inhales in through the nose, filling up more space within your body. And then practicing deep exhales, letting all of it go, releasing it through the nose. And practicing being in touch with allowing your body to know that we are not in fight or flight mode. Releasing the parasympathetic nervous system from being able or having to react. Beautiful. Give it one more breath. Slowly flutter your eyes back open. Welcome. Just a couple of minutes. And we're already into a much better way to spend our minutes becoming an expert in practice. All right, we're going to take these legs and we're going to let the feet touch. We'll make a diamond shape with the inside of the legs. So You can keep your tush where the cushy part is on the blanket and let the hands come right there at the ankles. If that's not comfortable, up on the shins, maybe even to the knees. It's your choice. Let those knees come up a little bit. Reach through the crown of the head and take an inhale. You can close the eyes here. And then as you exhale, start to push those knees down towards the floor. Stretch through those shoulder blades, reaching the crown of the head up towards the sky. The collarbones come forward just a bit. And take an inhale. And then exhale, let the chin come down towards the chest. Big stretch through the back of the neck. Gentle with yourself here. And give it one more breath. Beautiful. Take an inhale. Lift the nose back up towards me. Flutter the eyes open. Release everything and send the legs out long in the front. Hands come down on either side of the hips. Long spine. Crown reaches towards the sky. Take an inhale. Reach the arms up. Send the gaze up. Little bitty arch in the low back, and then exhale, chin comes down towards chest, hands touch either side of the hips. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, bringing it in. 3 more. Beautiful, last one. And keep the long spine, fingers touching the floor. Crown reaches towards the sky. Flutter the eyes back open. Beautiful. Send the right ear down to the right shoulder. Start to walk those fingers away from the leg and out to the left. Shine the heart forward. Bring the chin down towards the chest. Walk those hands back towards the thigh. Reach the chin down a little bit more, and then take an inhale. Exhale, rise back up through the nose. We'll send the left ear over to the left shoulder. Walk those fingers over to the right. Then walk them away from you, feeling just a little bit of an opening through that right side of the neck. Breathing in and out. And bringing the chin down towards the chest, walking those hands back next to that right thigh, breathing in and out right here. And lift the head back up towards center. Beautiful. Inhale, reach the arms out in front, and then pull those shoulders back. Flex the feet. Take an inhale, and then exhale, lunge forward just a little bit with the upper body. Big stretch through those hamstrings. Breathe in and out. Noting where you are at this time in this spot. And give it one more breath. Take an inhale, reach the arms up over the head. Keep the gaze forward. And then circle those arms nice and big. Let Spider-Man fingers come back behind you. Heart shoots forward. Lift the heart, open the chest and the neck by sending the gaze up towards the sky. Big rounding in the low back. Breathe. Beautiful. Bring the chin down towards the chest, round the back behind you just a little bit, and bring those arms right back where they were, fingertips on either side of the hips. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, bringing the arms out front, and then exhale, bringing those shoulders in line with the upper body. Inhale, coming forward, hinging at the hips. Breathe. Stretch through that low back. One more breath. Inhale, arms rise up, gaze comes back towards me. Fresh breath, circling those arms nice and big. Fingertips come back behind. Shoulder blades kiss. Rippling up through the spine, shining the heart forward and lifting the chin, stretching through the neck. Breathe. And beautiful. Chin comes down towards chest, round the spine, coming back to where we started. We'll bend those knees. Go ahead and make your way into a table. You can move the blanket out of the way if you need it. But you can also put it under your knees if you need that as well. Send some length through the spine. Notice the fingers spreading nice and wide. And then let's start to walk those fingers towards the outside edges of your mat. Weight on the hands, feeling a stretch through the forearms, through the palms. Use the breath. And send those fingers back towards the knees if it feels okay. If it doesn't, walk them back towards the front. Bigger stretch through the inside of the forearms. Notice if you've started to curve that low spine. Send that tailbone back behind you. And breathing into that gentle opening. One more breath. We'll walk hands back towards the top of our mat and then walk ourselves all the way forward, slowly lowering all the way down onto the belly. Once you get there, release through the booty, find your Spider-Man fingers, elbows up towards the sky, tops of the feet press into the floor, and elbows are really at that 90-degree angle. We're going to inhale, rise up. Exhale, release back down towards the mat, finding a little flow here, moving at your pace. And practice keeping the booty nice and soft. Give it one more breath. Beautiful. Go ahead and bring those palms under the shoulders. Keep the lower body nice and soft, and then reach up through the crown of the head. Send the chin forward. Let that low back do the work. Release through the glutes and the legs. Belly presses into the mat on the inhale. The body softens on the exhale. One more breath. Lower the head, press into the hands. Let's make our way into a child's pose, releasing anything that may have just shown up in that low back body. Wag the hips side to side. Feel just a little bit more energy moving through your body. And we'll make our way back into that table. All right, from here, we're going to take this right leg and extend it long behind us. Make sure that you can keep that right foot on the mat. That left hip is over that left knee. Take an inhale and then slowly send that right heel back. Getting a stretch through the calf muscles, press the hands into the mat. Practice softening through the face and the jaw. Bring hips back in line with where that left knee is. Then you're going to take this left foot, you're going to spin on this left knee, let the right foot come to the floor. Before we put any weight onto this left hand, make sure that the left wrist is right under the left shoulder. I had to move mine. We're practicing getting that alignment right. Take an inhale, reach that right arm up over the head, and then reach the fingers long over towards the left. Press that right hip forward, soften through the glutes. Just opening up through that right side body. Give it one more breath. Turn the heart towards the floor. Use the hip to help you make that alignment work. And then start to walk these hands all the way through center towards that right foot. Find your edge, send that left hip back. Link through the spine, breathe. Practice softening through that right kneecap. And give it one more breath. Walk the hands all the way back. Find your table. Spin on that left knee, and the left foot comes back behind. Right knee comes in. Reset your table. We'll send this left leg long. Left toes on the mat. Reaching through the crown of the head. Take an inhale. And then exhale, send that left heel back. Pressing into the hand. Practicing softening through the jaw. Shoulders come back over wrists. Right foot kicks out to the right. Left foot makes its way onto the floor. Check that wrist is under shoulder, rippling up from knee up to the fingertips. Take an inhale. Reach that left arm up over the head. Send the left hip forward, open through that left side body. And reach the crown of your head towards your left fingertips, keeping linked through the spine. And turn your heart towards the floor. Let that left hand come down. We'll walk all the way towards that left foot. Find your stretch. Send that right hip back. Big stretch to the inside of that left leg. And practice softening where you can. And breathing in and out, taking a cleansing breath whenever you need it. And walking those hands all the way back. We're going to make our way all the way back to those wrists under shoulders. That left knee comes in where the right or where the left hip is. Let's curl toes here and lift hips into a down dog, but then immediately start to walk those feet towards center. Let hands come to meet feet, bend the knees a lot. And let that belly just rest on top of the thighs. Head hangs heavy here. And take an inhale. Exhale, slow rise. Let the upper body hang nice and heavy. And then think of yourself rippling up, finding that mountain posture. Rippling in, practicing making connection with each part of both feet into the mat. Crown reaches towards the sky. Cleansing breath. Take an inhale, reach those arms up, little bend in the back, send the hips forward, but keep the booty loose if you can. Hold it one more breath. Take a fresh inhale, big circle with the hands, and then let them come to the hips. So hands are at the hips. Roll the shoulders up to the ears a few times, just releasing anything. I call this particular posture, there are several in this vein, if you will, but I call them pot scrubbers. It feels like I'm really being able to scrub away tension, grime, heaviness, and singular joints in my body by just giving them a little attention. So scrub those shoulders clean. Go both directions. And give it one more breath. And then make your way back into your mountain. Close the eyes, give yourself a cleansing breath. And take just a moment to practice touching each place of your body with your awareness. How does it feel in your physical body right now? There's a little energy moving through. What feels open? What feels soft? What feels tight? What feels heavy? Practice listening to your body right here, right now. Softening the kneecaps. Give it one more breath. Take an inhale, reach those arms up just like we did. Reach them up and then settle the shoulders. Take an inhale, bring the arms out front, and then bring the shoulders in line with the upper body. Fresh breath. And then exhale, start to bend the knees, send the hips back. Reaching through the crown of the head, inhale, lift the arms, where the inside of the arms are level with the ears. Crown reaches away. And where's the weight in your feet? Can you evenly distribute the weight? Take an inhale. Exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Softening through the body. Keeping a bend in the knees to protect that low back. Feel into that low back body. Coming back into stillness. Take an inhale. Exhale, find that slow roll up into your mountain. Cleansing breath. And practice softening the body. Take an inhale, reach the arms and the gaze up. Exhale, bring those hands wide behind and bring them back to the hips. Take an inhale. Move awareness over to that left foot. Where is the weight? Send this right knee up. Practice balancing. Practice finding the weight in the foot. What do you need here? Tuck the tailbone in, plugging in your strength. And practice holding it 3 more breaths. Inhale. Bring that right foot down. Settle the body in the center. Give yourself a breath. Find awareness on that right foot. That's the thing about yogis and humans. When we fall and when we fail, we get up and try again. So if you fell out of that, if you couldn't hold that for that 8 to 10 breaths that we just did, catch yourself, recenter yourself, and try again. Let's do the right side. Take an inhale. Move body weight over to the right. Ripple up awareness and your strength. Tucking in the tailbone, plugging in that energy in the center of your body, and then lifting this left knee, flexing the left foot. Breathe. Soft gaze. One more breath. Take an inhale. Lower that left foot with control. Bring body weight back to the center. Give yourself a cleansing breath. Beautiful. Take an inhale. Reach those arms up over the head. Exhale, settle the shoulders, start to bend the knees, tilting through the upper body, sending the booty back, tuck the tailbone in. Reach the crown of the head towards your fingertips, breathe. And sometimes we have to practice using our strength. And take an inhale. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Find your side to side sway here. And practice letting the head hang heavy. And give it one more breath. And settle into stillness. Take an inhale. Exhale, slow rise back into your mountain. Ripple through, equal weight in both feet. Practice a cleansing breath. Beautiful. We're going to take this left foot and step it forward. We're going to take the right leg and step it back, and then bring the right foot in towards the midline. We've got warrior two legs. Bring the arms into a T. Let's practice warrior two. So left heel is right under left knee. Hips are open to the side. That right hip is not going towards the top of the mat. It's opening, and then we'll open these arms into a T. Send the gaze over towards that middle left finger. Send your gaze all around. Check that the arms are in a fluid line. Check that the right foot is pressing into the floor. Check that the hips are open, shoulders are over hips, and that left knee is right over that left ankle. And breathing in and out. And give it one more breath. Bring the left elbow down to the left knee, and as you do, stay strong from elbow to shoulder. This right hand is going to take an inhale. Well, the hand's not going to take the inhale, but take an inhale. That right shoulder is in line with the right hip. Take an inhale, reach this right arm up over the head. So hips are open. Right shoulder is in line with the right hip. If that doesn't work in your body, it's fine, but we're practicing. Left knee is still over left ankle. And reach the crown of the head towards your fingertips. And take an inhale. Turn your heart towards the floor, and then let hands come on either side of the left foot. Make your way back into a down dog. Breathe it out. Practice noting whether or not you held your breath or shortened your breath during that side angle. And keep breathing into it. And when you're ready, go ahead and walk your feet all the way back up towards the top of your mat. Keep that right foot where it is. Step the left leg long, and then turn the left leg in towards center. Go ahead and rise up. Let's practice warrior two. Become an expert at it. Right knee over right ankle. Left foot pressing into the mat. Arms into that T. Gaze over the middle finger. Let's check everything. Hips are open. Shoulders are over hips. Arms are in a straight line. Right knee is right over right ankle, and the toes are pressing towards the top of the mat. Soften through that left kneecap. Bring the right arm down, strong from shoulder to elbow. And then this left shoulder stays in line with the left hip. Inhale, reach it up and over. Reaching the crown of the head towards your fingertips. Side angle. And give it one more breath. Turn the heart towards the floor. Let hands come on either side of the foot. Spin on the left heel, or the left ball of the foot rather, and make your way into your down dog. Now in your down dog, are you hinging at your hips? Are you hinging at the shoulders? Are you holding extra weight in the upper body but not hinging at the shoulders? So even though my heels don't touch the floor, and they never have, I don't know if they ever will, but every day I practice. And breathe. Take an inhale. And exhale as you lower down, let those knees hover just for a moment. And lower them all the way down to the mat. Tops of the feet come to the mat. Let the hips go back. Child's pose. Practice being still and soft. And give yourself 3 more breaths. Press yourself up through the upper body, making your way back into table. And then spin those feet over to one side so that you can come down onto your booty, back into your seat. So set up that seat just as you would if you were at the beginning of class. So the belly's hanging off, not the belly, the belly's hanging out. The booty is hanging right off the front of that blanket. We can practice just letting ourselves be silly too. I'd love to be an expert at being funny all the time. Just think about the joy you could share with other people. We're going to practice a different way of ending today. Very short, simple practice. Practicing being an expert. As we close today, I'm going to invite you into a seated meditation. So I invite you to let those hands come however are comfortable. Make sure that you have that length through the spine and that you feel nice and soft in your body. When you're ready, I invite you to close your eyes and give yourself a cleansing breath. And begin to let the breath move in and out of the nose. And today's meditation is very simple. You're meditating on that energy that we've just moved through your body. I want you to note if the heart is still moving a little bit more quickly than it normally would. If the energy feels amped up a little bit. Our meditation for today is to simply practice calming ourselves with our breath. So practice softening the body. Softening the breath. Softening the rhythm of the heart. Allowing ourselves to soften into stillness. And practicing just not having to do anything else in this moment. thoughts arise, just come back to the breath. Note how the body feels differently now. Notice how you could control that. There was an external stimulus and an internal control. Bring a smile to your lips. Flutter your eyes back open. Bring your hands together in front of your heart in prayer. So as we close our time together, there are 1,440 minutes in this day. It takes 10,000 hours to become phenomenal at something. What do you want to be an expert at? May you know kindness and may you be kind. Gratitude for practicing with me today. Namaste.